Hello, lovely sports fans. Welcome to DDM Sports Central. If this is your first time of tuning in, this is your one-stop shop for global sporting stories. Give it to you hot like you want it. On today's edition, Messi scores for Inter Miami on heading back to the MLS from the Club World Cup. Falcons defeats Tunisia in Group B's first game at the WAFCON. Also on today's edition, in tennis, Sinner and Djokovic through to the quarterfinals of the ongoing Wimbledon. Do you want to know how Sinner managed to qualify? You get to find out after the break. Nigeria mourns Peter Rufai. Too bad, too bad. To think that the last edition we were mourning someone else. It's okay. After the break, we'll give you these and more. Do not go anywhere. This is still DDN Sports Central. Be right back. Welcome back. Now we begin with tennis. Yannick Sinner is through to the quarterfinals of the Wimbledon, but only after his Bulgarian opponent, Grigor Dimitrov, retired from the game. Dimitrov was leading. He was actually leading 2-love. Yeah, when he hurt his pectoral muscle. He was kind of holding his right arm. Upon retiring from the game, he could only support his arm to even greet the umpire. I felt for him though. It's not easy to do all that. I said it in the last edition. Sinner praised the courage of Dimitrov and even urged the crowd to give him rounds of applause for his love for the game. Okay, so another big star at the Wimbledon, Djokovic defeated Deminor 1-6, 6-4, 6-4, 6-4. He teased after the match, really, that it was good for him to play in the presence of Roger Federer, who was in court to watch the game. He said it felt good having Federer on the courts and he, Djokovic, won the game, alluding that he never won a game where Federer was on the courts watching. In his words, it felt good breaking the curse. Made everybody, right there laugh. The spectators laughed over it. That was good. That was a good one. Djokovic now is through to the quarterfinals. We'll give you updates as things progress in the Wimbledon. Now, Lionel Messi and Inter Miami may be out of the FIFA Club World Cup. But then the Argentine legend has not stopped scoring goals. That guy is phenomenal. I don't know. He just has it. Like the coach would say, Mascherano. Mascherano said, you just watch him. You don't need to coach Messi. He scored a brace in their MLS game against Montreal in their 4-1 victory. Messi scored in the 40th minute, and the second was a trademark Lionel Messi goal where he ran through 4 defenders before shooting the ball above the goalkeeper into the net. Now let's come back home, but then right there in Morocco, where our Super Falcons are making us proud. The Super Falcons defeated their Tunisian opponents in their first game at this year's Women's Africa Cup of Nations, putting their quest for a 10th title, Mission X, like they call it, on the right track. Goals from Agbabola, Aziza to Shuala in the 4th minute. She headed home from a free kick. And then Babajide in the 48th minute, who dribbled a Tunisian defender before taking a shot that beat the Tunisian goalkeeper, so that the Super Falcons headed into the break with a 2-0 lead. Now, to be honest, the Super Falcons control most parts of the game. Well, you would say they are not different from Algeria, so that we defeated here twice, in friendlies. So they controlled most parts of the game, and the Tunisians rarely threatened. They had chances to score anyway. The Super Falcons got their third late in the game through Ihezwo, who coolly slotted the ball home after an area contest between Okoronko. I suspect that name is Okoronko. Yeah, but it was written Okoronko at the back of her jersey. It's all good. The area contest fell nicely to Ihezwo, who just slotted it home into the back of the net for Nigeria's third goal. Now, one striking thing, the players wore black armbands in honor of late Peter Rufai. Aziza Toshuala had a wristband with the inscription of the name Peter Rufai. Also, Bayana, the defending champions, began their title defense with a comfortable 2-0 victory over Ghana. Ghana just dropped 3-0 from Nigeria the other time. It's okay. Let them manage it. They're jollof to do better. Both goals were scored by Linda Moduhalo in the 28th minute via a penalty, and the second in the 33rd minute from a beautiful pass from Lebohang Ramalepe. So we're still in the course of probably having a Nigeria South Africa clash, maybe with the latter stages of the competition. Now to the sad one. Nigeria's sports community, fans of the Super Eagles, and in fact, most, if not all, Nigerians were thrown into confusion and mourning when the news about the death of goalkeeper Peter Rufai was broken. He passed on at the age of 61, died after a prolonged illness. Peter Rufai was part of the 1994 goal-winning team at the AFCON in Tunisia, and it's sad. It's sad. It broke my heart. Yeah. Peter Rufai, 1963 to 2025, affectionately known as Dodo Mayana, was a legendary goalkeeper whose career spanned over 2 decades. I used to know Peter Rufai, carrying those 80s, carrying plenty hair. Those of you who know him very well, more than myself, will remember and know what I'm saying. He was born in Lagos. He began his professional journey with Stationery Stores FC and later played for famous Scorpions. His international club career includes stints in Belgium, the Netherlands, Portugal, and Spain, notably with KSC Lokeren, Go Ahead Eagles, SC, Firenze, Hercules CF, Deportivo La Coruna. In fact, was at the Deportivo La Coruna with one of the African players, that started following him seriously internationally. And then Gil Vicente. Rufai earned 65 caps for the Super Eagles of Nigeria and was instrumental in Nigeria's victory at the 1994 Africa Cup of Nations, like I said earlier. He also represented Nigeria in the 1994 and 1998 FIFA World Cups, leading the team to the round of 16 in both tournaments. In 1993, he made history by scoring a penalty against Ethiopia, becoming one of the few goalkeepers to score for his national team. Yeah. I remember that game, really. I sincerely remember that game. He was called from the back to come and play a penalty. And it was fun to see him score the penalty. I was afraid he was going to miss it anyway. I was young, very young then. Off the pitch, Rufai was the son of a tribal king in Idimo, Lagos State. In 1998, he declined the offer to ascend the throne following his father's death, choosing instead to focus on his football career. After retiring, he founded the Staro Football Academy in Spain, dedicating his life to mentoring young goalkeepers. I listened to a couple of his interviews back then in Lagos. Yeah. And I could sense the passion this man had in bringing up young talents. Peter Rufai passed away on the 3rd of July, 2025. His legacy as a trailblazer for Nigerian footballers abroad and a mentor to future generation. In fact, to be honest, it continues to endure. It's so sad, to think that the last edition we're just talking about Diogo Jota, the Liverpool player, the Liverpool and Portugal player, and it was the same day actually. Later that evening, Peter Rufai passed on. It's so sad, and we pray that God will continue to give the family the courage and fortitude to bear the loss. Like I always say, let's do our best possible to be humble. You're here today, you do not know what will happen next. It's sad he passed on after the prolonged illness. May God continue to bless his soul. May his soul rest in perfect peace. R.I.P. Peter Rufai, you are a legend. I don't want to use the word, but then it's so sad. Anyways, the FIFA Club World Cup continues, and I promised you we're going to have a special package where we look at the FIFA World Cup separately. I believe you enjoyed all that we brought to you. Forget the fact that the show ended on a rather sad note. But then I believe you enjoyed all the stories we brought to you on today's edition. Do not forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, DDM TV. Until I come your way again with another edition of DDM Sports Central, I remain your host with the Sparks. Ugochukwu. Do have a lovely and sporty day ahead. Bye for now.